So then after you get signed and go, did your did your wife go to FCW? Did she go to Florida with you?
Yeah.
So you went down
Yeah.
there. Was it the same thing there? Like as far as creating a character or being yourself, or do you think you had changed at all as you went to FCW? Was your mindset any different at that
I was,
point?
I think I was very focused at that point because by the end of my time at OVW, when Joey told me to go find Brawler and cut some promos, I was cutting like 50 promos a day on my little recorder at home in between training clients at LA Fitness or wherever. I was spending hours on it, so it had all my attention. And when I got to FCW, it was still on my mind. It was now on my mind, like being creative and putting all my energy there. And Dusty loved it immediately. I was a pretty big success with the promos pretty immediately. Popping the boys with promos every week. So I would spend all my energy coming up with new shit every week and just working at it and working at it. And Dusty took a liking to me because I stopped cutting wrestler promos after a while, and I was doing like scenes and shit from movies that I liked, and just coming up with as much creative stuff as I could find. And Dusty really liked that. But that's where all my energy was.
So what about you? You mentioned pitfalls. The word pitfall. Did you have any pitfalls in FCW? Was there anything that happened in? I'm not real familiar with your time in FCW. Was there anything that took place in FCW that up or down? Down, I guess, would be a pitfall.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know. I guess everybody has some kind of vice. So I never went out. I never partied, but I was interested in girls, and I guess some of that started there. Yeah, and I say where I can. I think that's where my interest started to diverge. At some point at FCW, when I got more comfortable, and I got maybe too comfortable, and started exploring other ways to spend my time.
Well, it's like
And
you was married at a very young age.
yeah,
So you haven't sowed all your oats.
that's true.
Now
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're in this entertainment wrestling environment with all these hot girls. God damn.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
don't.
you got a dick and it works. And you're in your young, you're in your 20s. So a girl can just walk by and you smell her perfume, your dick gets hard. You don't even know what
Hell
the hell
yeah.
she looks like. You just
You
smell
know
her
what?
perfume. You can't
I'll
help
say
it. You're a man.
I'll say what. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people were doing a lot of shit. I didn't hear a whole lot, but yeah, it's a big time environment. There's so many people in this tight little space, and just like getting a workout, just
Right.
pumping up your testosterone. And I had a problem with porn before I got there, so it was starting to take over my mind a little more and a little more, and became just like a normal activity. And once you like make anything normal, then it just gets easier to do. I remember the first time I kind of went out and had some fun. And I felt pretty awful about it. Like I didn't know what I was going to do. But then it gets a little bit easier every time. It gets a little bit easier. Like everybody's doing it. I remember having a conversation with a guy on the road one time about how, and I could feel the truth in it, and maybe there is some, or maybe it's just all a big fucking excuse. But he was saying how he said this makes us better husbands at home, because you go out and you get your shit taken care of, and you're more present and you're more loving when you go home. And I was like, yeah, that's fucking true. And I did feel that at the time, but it's pretty rampant the way
Yeah.
people thought about it.